So friends, welcome you all in my YouTube channel English Language and Literature. As you all know that in our previous lecture we studied short story and characteristics of short story. In this lecture we are going to discuss types of short stories. There are a lot of types of short stories in literature, but here are main 10 types of short stories that I am going to tell you about. Number first type of short story is anecdote. An anecdote is a type of short storytelling about a real person and or an incident. This shortest account of something is interesting as well as amusing. Often anecdotes are used to illustrate or support a point in an essay, in an article or in a chapter. Anecdotes are very short, have no any specific limits. These types of short stories gives an announcement. Number second type of short story is drabble. The purpose of this type of storytelling is briefness, exceptionally short, they comprise 100 words. Here an author's writing skill is out of test as he has to express himself meaningfully in a very confined space. There are many drabble examples such as by the lovely matey available over to sugar and blood light as a father. Number third type of short story is Feghoot. Feghoot starts with sudden and it ends with jokes. With humor, form is the most essential part of its storytelling and short length to lead the piece with the pen. Faggot is a story or pun or a poetic story joke type of short story. One good example would be the Buck of the Draw. Number fourth type of short story is flash fiction. This is an extremely short type of story. It has no widely accepted length but has a debated cap of between 300 and 1000 words. It is a part of Drabble. One of the example of flash fiction is one last night at the carnival before stars go out. Number fifth type of short story is frame story. A story within a story is known as frame story. It is also known as frame tale or nested narrative. It is a technique of placing a story within a story for the purpose of introducing or setting the stage for a main narrative or a series of short stories. A few good examples of frame story are flashback within a larger piece or a quest within a larger game environment. Number 6 type of short story is Mini-Saga. Mini-Saga short stories comprises of 50 words only. If we can manage to tell a short story in exactly 50 words, we can call it a Mini-Saga. It is about saying a lot with a little. Number 7th type of short story is story sequence. When a group of short stories work together to form a longer piece, it is called a story sequence. However, each story functions as a complete short story on its own. It is also called a short story cycle or a composition of a novel. Number 8th type of short story is sketch story. If we can come across a description of a character or a location, it can be referred to as sketch story. The story is a shorter than average piece containing little or no plot. Character sketches are common and good way to build a character that will eventually be part of a longer piece. Number ninth type of short story is Vegnette. Vegnette is a short piece that focuses on a single scene, character, idea, setting, or object. There is a little emphasis on adhering to conventional theatrical or literary structure or story development. It can be standard alone piece or a part of a large work. Number 10th and last type of short story is Fable. A fable is a sufficient story featuring anthropomorphic creatures, usually animals but also mythical creatures, plants, inanimate objects, or forces to nature. To tell a story with a moral, often the moral is expectedly told at the end. A fable is similar to a parable but differs most in the fact that fables use animals to tell a story but parables do not. The most well known example of fable would be any of the many told in Aesop's fable. The one always remember the best is the end and the grace offers. So friends, these were the 10 types of short stories that I have discussed with you. If you have any question regarding these short stories or on other topic, you can ask in comment. Thank you. We will meet in another lecture.